back to the Kosi Arsenal channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. We've got to talk about Micheal Oliver and Arsenal, and we've got to talk about referees in the Premier League against Arsenal once again. I mean, it's the first time on this channel, but alongside my career as an Arsenal, content creator, I have done many videos regarding referees and Arsenal. Now, yesterday, if you've not seen it, we beat Wolverhampton Wanderers 1-0. That was beautiful. 3 points in the bag. But the highlight was Micheal Oliver. The highlight was that red card, the sketchy red card he actually gave to Miles Lewis Skelly. It was unbelievable. I have never seen the whole world in consensus that that was not a red card. I mean, a few people around the world maybe could have seen it as a red, but that was Micheal Oliver and VAR. So we've got to talk about Micheal Oliver and Arsenal. What is the problem? What problem does he have with us? I think that's the question that every Arsenal fan is asking right now. This guy, every single game we play and he's officiating, he's either giving us a stupid red card, he's either doing something to grab the attention, he's ever taking center stage. And yesterday was, for me, the pinnacle of it. What a bad day for officiation. What a bad performance as a referee. And Micheal Oliver is supposed to be the best referee in the Premier League. And that tells you that I don't think that he's so bad, because then he wouldn't be the best referee in quotes. I think he just has a problem with Arsenal. And he's given big games, Arsenal Man City, Arsenal Chelsea, Arsenal Liverpool, and every single time he finds a way of screwing us up. So we've got to talk about Micheal Oliver. We've got to talk about the VAR. I want to understand, what is the real job of VAR? Under what guidelines do these guys operate? Because for me, that was not clear and obvious, first and foremost. Secondly, that was not dangerous foul play. And I will be very, very amazed, amused, stunned if it is not overturned. I would be Arsenal have got to appeal this, and we must win that appeal, because it's never a red card in a million years. But for VAR, I want to understand how are these guys, I mean, I'm trying to use the perfect and correct language as I can, because I'm really, really angry. How have these guys not looked at that and gone, hey, Oliver, go to the screen and look at it? Now, obviously, Wolverhampton Wanderers are having a counter-attack. He stops the counter-attack. It's a yellow card. It is still in the Wolverhampton Wanderers half. It is not a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity. So it's not a red card, right? So we've got to talk about that as well. And then we'll talk about Arsenal's need to sign a striker, nevertheless. Because in that game, before Lewis Skelly gets a red card, Kai Havertz gets two very beautiful, glorious chances that he doesn't take. Why he doesn't take the chances, I'll never know. But in my opinion, if you're Mikel Arteta and you look at those two chances, they're screaming, get a striker and win games comfortably. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. I want your thoughts on Micheal Oliver. I want your thoughts on the VAR and the performance generally of the referees and Arsenal yesterday, because I tell you, the referees had a more disgusting performance than Arsenal itself. So let's start off with Micheal Oliver. Now, of course, listen, as a referee, you're told and you know that if a player blocks a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity, and maybe they're the last man, that's a red card. Now, that was not a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity, right? So we can rule that out. He doesn't get the red card for obstructing a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity. That is number one. Number two, as a referee, I think Micheal Oliver is thinking that Lewis Skelly's stats are high, right? And therefore, it is dangerous foul play, okay? No problem. That is where you send him to the screen. But with Micheal Oliver, there is a trail of, I would say, weird behavior when it comes to him and Arsenal games. That is the same lunatic that gave Leandro Trossard a second yellow and we failed to beat Manchester City earlier on in the season. That's the same guy. That is the same guy that gave Gabriel Martinelli 2 yellow cards within a space of a few seconds. Right? So I want to understand, Michael Oliver is meant to be the best referee in the Premier League. Does he have a problem with Arsenal in particular, or is it just poor and we just overhype them, right? Do we just overhype him? I mean, I did have a problem with him, honestly, when it comes to other games. And I can tell you that this is a guy that has also done this to West Ham, done this to Wolves. It's just peculiar that when it comes to Arsenal, he just jumps into savage mode. He just becomes a total lunatic, a scumbag. I just don't understand it. What is the problem between Arsenal and Michael Oliver? That's number one. And number two, I think he's got to stop officiating our games. I think he's got to stop officiating Arsenal games. And the reason for that is there's so many other referees that can be objective, non-biased. Why is this guy giving Arsenal games? And, the PGMOL, every single time, the FR as well, every single time they give him an Arsenal game, he fucks it up. Is it on purpose? Because I don't understand it, right? It's not, is it on purpose? I don't know. Whenever you give him an Arsenal game, he will fuck it up. And then the reward for that is giving him more Arsenal games. Doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense that one referee always costs us. One referee always gives decisions against us wrongfully. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, there've got to be a clear and strong explanation as to why Michael Oliver is doing this, because it's purely corrupt. It's like really corrupt. That's how it looks on the face of it. It looks corrupt. So Lewis Skelly puts his leg out, right? He puts his leg out, and you can see he expects a yellow card. He's calm because he knows that is the yellow I'm taking for the team. So he's calm, and everybody on the pitch and everywhere is like, okay, that's a yellow he's taken for the team because Wolves were breaking through. And then the scumbag pulls out a red card. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why is this a red? Like, I've seen it over and over again. That is not a red card in a million years. You can rerun that. You can simulate that a million times, and not a single simulator is gonna give a red card for that. Like, there was no dangerous foul play. There was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, I won't be surprised if the FA try to back their referee, their best referee in England, and say, you see, Lewis Skelly is gonna be out for three matches. I won't be surprised, but the real decision should be Michael Oliver's decision must be overturned. There's no question about that. Now, VAR, this system that, by the way, to be fair, Wolverhampton Wanderers are the only team that voted to scrap VAR at the end of last campaign. All the other teams said, let's keep it. So, Arsenal, let's feel it. I want to know what VAR does. Like, for example, in yesterday's game, right? In that incident, what is their job? Because I thought VAR's job is to look at such an incident, talk to the referee, and tell him, hey, listen, looks like you made a mistake, bro. Looks like you made a mistake, right? Go back, look at it. It is not serious foul play, right? Because the first 3-4 seconds that a referee has to make a decision, I mean, it's natural. Human errors, really happen. You can make a human error. And we know that even on VAR, human errors have been given as a reason as to why some decisions have gone catastrophically wrong. But when you tell me, right, that VAR looked at that and said the red card should stand, I'm out of my head. I'm out of my bloody mind. Why? How? How is that a correct decision? And they say, we are looking at it and it's dangerous foul play. How is that dangerous foul play? How is that dangerous foul play? It's bewildering. It is astonishing. So, and I've already said, for me, VAR is totally useless. A corrupt system that a bunch of capitalists are just making to milk money out of football with their software. As simple as that. Because for me, that is where I would have appreciated VAR. Because listen, if we bring semi-automated offsides, VAR becomes useless, because the only thing that we associate VAR with is offsides. So if we bring semi-automated offsides, then scrap these guys. Just get them out. They are absolutely useless. A bunch of punks that are misfits to be to be making decisions on behalf of football. It's as simple as that. So for me, that was one of the worst VAR and referee performances I have seen in a while. It was terrible, terrible, terrible. And I'm lucky, we are lucky that we won that game. I'm happy that we won that game and we move on to the next one. I'm happy. Because, like, this was a real combination between VAR and Micheal Oliver to stop us. I think if Gomez doesn't get that second yellow, I don't think Arsenal win that game. If that game doesn't go 10v10, I don't think we win that game. And stupidly, it's the same guy would have cost us another vital points. It did cost us points against Man City, by the way, right? Is it the same guy that cost us points against Brighton? I think. So one referee could actually cost Arsenal around 8 points in silly decisions. I just don't understand it. I really, really don't. I really don't understand why he's got something against Arsenal and what he's got against us. I don't know. But before we just blame the referees, yesterday's game was another highlight that we've got to go and get a striker. It was another highlight that we've got to go and get a striker, honestly. And the reason for that is this. Look, listen. Arsenal yesterday created 2 beautiful chances. One was created by Leo Trossard, and I think the other one was created by Gabriel Martinelli, I think. I think it was Gabriel Martinelli or Rice, one of the two, for Kai Havertz in the first half. As a number 9, as the leading scorer at the club, you've got to bury one or both of those. It's the truth. Now, I'm not saying Kai Havertz is this and that and this and that. I'm not. That's not what I'm here to do. But I think it is clear that Mikel Arteta and his team and his project, whatever phase they're in, they're screaming out for a striker. And if we don't get one and we don't win the league, I don't want to hear Mikel Arteta saying we tried. I don't want to hear him say we did whatever we could, because no, right from last summer, we have not done whatever we could have. We spent around 40 million on Merino, 40 million on Calafiori. All that money would have brought in Nico Williams and you get the deal done. Or Kavic Kvaratskhelia and you get the deal done. And that forward line is better. So, or Gyökeres, or Osimhen. There were so many striker options. I mean, imagine Osimhen going to Galatasaray on loan. Like that was the craziest thing I've heard. On loan? Like, Osimhen has been one of the most informed strikers in the last 3 years, and he just goes to Galatasaray on loan. We knew that his personal record with Napoli had been broken. And that was just like we did with Leandro Trossard. It was a chance to swoop in and scoop him. Like 50 million could have done the deal. And this January, still, if you go and you tell Napoli, we're giving you 50 million cash, cancel that Galatasaray loan, they could do it. So those chances that we had could have been buried, and it could have been a very different story. And I also want to say this, right? I want to say this. Arsenal as a club has really dropped in terms of creativity. So you need an efficient finisher. Yesterday I was looking at a couple of strikers in the Manchester City Chelsea game. Looked at Jackson, looked at Nkunku, looked at Omar Mamouche, and I looked at Haaland as well. You look at the Haaland goal, the second Haaland goal, and you look at the third goal they scored Manchester City, it was all about Haaland as well. Like, it was really all about Haaland. I think you need such a player. You need that guy that is going to attract the attention of centre backs and letting, just leaving the rest of the players to actually, free to run into spaces. We don't have that. So for me, we need efficiency in front of goal. And although Kai is trying, I don't think we are there. But important 3 points. And Liverpool, yeah, we are coming. We are coming. I mean, Man City are coming too, but we are also coming.